What's one of the worst ways to learn to trade? And let's not forget, 90% of private investors lose money. Okay, and there seems to be a proliferation of people who go around calling themselves trading universities, trading colleges, trading schools, trading academies, trading institutes. My rule is if they've got after the name trading, either institute, academy, school, college, university, then they're pretty rubbish. I went to a proper university, I'm sure you did. Somebody just didn't wake up one morning and stick the word Oxford or Cambridge in front of it, did they? They had to make sure that they were proper and genuine. So what are the worst ways to learn to trade? Well, first of all, let me tell you the things in terms of the bad education that you see out there. First of all, trading and learning to trade the old way. You know, technical analysis, charts, and all the rest of it. We live in the age of computers, my friends. Whilst, don't get me wrong, I have been keynote speaker twice for the Society of Technical Analysts at their annual dinner. So I know a lot about technical analysis. I've written 18 odd books about it. Don't hate me. I'm not bragging about it. What I'm saying is that has a place. No technical analysis charting works all the time. Everybody knows this. Even the technical analysts will tell you this. It's a game of probabilities. But there's people willing to have you sitting in front of a screen and trying to hunt down the holy grail. Is it Kagi charts? Is it Fibonacci? Is it Elliott waves? Is it this, that, or the other? These things which you might as well say, is it cycles of the moon? Okay, so let's just get all of that into a bit of perspective. Another terrible way when they try and shove you in classrooms. Tell me this. When do you learn the best? You learn the best when you're in the comfort of your own home. Okay, when you can learn in your own time. When you've got access to the teacher for the rest of their lives. Okay, so that you've always got that ability to communicate with your mentor or your teacher. Being shoved in a classroom over a weekend isn't going to help you learn to trade. Trading is a bit like driving. It requires you to be on the bloody road, not sitting in a classroom watching somebody else drive and saying, well, one day when you drive yourself, you'll be able to do this. Or here's a driving simulator. Okay, so one of the worst things you can do, and take it from a hedge fund manager, is have dinosaurs trying to bore the hell out of you, trying to teach you to trade in a classroom. And again, people trying to make it too complicated. Okay, we're only dealing in probabilities. Listen, God is right in 10 times out of 10 trades. Okay, son of God 9 times out of 10, and nephew or grandson of God 8 times out of 10. A coin is right 50-50 on calling anything. Okay, right. So you're going to be better than a coin, but not as good as the grandson of God, all right? In other words, what I'm saying is you're probably looking to be right 6 times out of 10. A little bit better than a coin. That is it. All of this analysis is never going to get you to being right 100% of the time. To be right 100% of the time, or 90% of the time, or 80% of the time, you need a time machine. You don't have one. I know you don't have one. Okay? Nobody's trying to sell you a time machine. So forget trying to have a crystal ball and look into the future. That's not what trading success does. What it is about probabilities and trying to be right 6 times out of 10. So don't look for the holy grail. Don't try and overcomplicate it. Okay? And that goes not just for charts, but for data analysis as well, for fundamentals. All of this. Really, if the answer laid in that, if it laid in the basic earnings per share compared to the diluted earnings per share before abnormal items and so on and so forth, look, we've already found it. So don't, again, try and do it that way. I hope this tiny little summary has told you the worst ways. In other videos, look at my YouTube channel, look at my Twitter, follow me there. You will see how to actually trade and get into the 90% of people, the 10% of people who are profitable, and get out of the 90% who are losing money.